Hey PPA, it's Heidi Allen, founder of the Positive People Army. How are you guys today? It is Thursday. It is Think About It Thursday. It's absolutely gorgeous here in Toronto. I don't know where you were located if you were in Toronto yesterday, but oh my gosh, we had the most incredible thunderstorm. It was like a tropical storm. It was absolutely phenomenal to watch. I'm glad I wasn't outside in it, but it was phenomenal to watch. So anyways, I wonder how you guys are doing today. I wonder how life is for you guys. I wanted to talk to everyone today for Think About It Thursday. I want us to think about focus. I want us to think about how we're focusing, if we're able to focus. Are we constantly being distracted? Hey, Angie, there I go, getting distracted. Seriously, I was a magpie in a past life, guys. I am always distracted by things. Yeah, good morning, Jen. Double N Jen, we like to call her, one of our PPA leaders. I just absolutely adore you, Jen. We did our first workshop with the leaders last night, so it was so great to hang out with you then. So yes, today I want to talk about focus. I know for myself, this is something that I've struggled with a lot in my life. I still have a tendency to have a hard time with focus because I constantly feel like I'm being pulled in so many different directions, and that happens. And I always say, like, oh my gosh, here I go again down the rabbit hole, not in a bad way, but just that I'm constantly being distracted and pulled away. So focus has been something then that I've really had to focus on and concentrate on. And I wonder how you guys are doing it as well. Hey, Omid, good morning, honey. Thank you so much for joining us. Omid, another one of our PPA leaders, joined me in the workshop last night that we did all on journaling. Really fantastic. So yeah, are you guys able to? Are you able to rein it in and focus on exactly what you want? Because here's the thing, guys. Without us focusing, without us really focusing on something, it's hard for our dreams or our goals to actually come to fruition. And that's difficult and that's frustrating for any of us. I know for myself, I'm very goal driven. So when things are not happening, it's time for me to take a step back and see if I'm truly focusing on the right things and focusing on exactly what it is that I need to accomplish. So first things first, guys, I gotta ask, do you even know what you're supposed to be focusing on? Because sometimes we have so many different things in our head that we're trying to focus on, be it our family or work or our dreams, our goals, or extracurricular activities, that we do lose sight of what it is that we want. So the greatest thing you can do, guys, is write it down. Write it down. Really hone in and figure out what you want to focus on. Make a list. Start to prioritize what are the things you need to be focusing on to make sure that you have the end result that you need. Now, make sure if you're literally, you have a dream and you have a goal that you want to accomplish, then that needs to be a priority, and we need to figure out how you can actually do that. But without honing in and focusing on exactly what we need, it becomes very difficult. So now that you know, you've done your list, you've prioritized things, you've affirmed, you've done affirmations around it, you're putting it out into the universe, you know exactly what it is that you want. That's the first thing you got to do, guys. Really figure out what it is that you're trying to focus on. The next thing I want you guys to do is I want you to start implementing the 80-20 rule. So here's the thing. If you are going about trying to make your goal come true and trying to make your dreams come true and trying to get things done, but if what's happening is you're having to put in 80% and you're only getting 20% return out of it, yeah, that's the wrong ratio, guys. You want to be able to get there with the least resistance, which means that you want to be doing 20% of something. So you're not spinning your wheels constantly. 20% you want to be putting in. Now that's all in, but then you want an 80% result. You want to see things moving forward. Have you ever had those times where it's like you are just working so darn hard? You're connecting with people, you're, sending out the emails, you're posting stuff on social media, you're trying to do all this stuff at the same time, but your results aren't coming in. You're not getting any further. You're not growing in the way that you want to. And that's because your ratio is probably flipped. You're probably putting in 80% more than you should, and you're only getting a 20% result. So I want you guys to really look at some of the things you're doing. And that means sometimes we got to shift and change. Sometimes we got to change our direction. If things aren't working the way they should and you're not getting the results that you want, then it's time to change. It's time to tap into someone that can help you. It's time to talk to an expert. It's time to maybe try something different. And the hardest thing with that is sometimes letting go of what you're doing. Sometimes you may have worked so hard to develop something and so hard to put it out there, and then it just doesn't seem to be taking off and it doesn't seem to be going. Then you know what I say? Go back to the drawing board. Go back to the drawing board, start it again. Get the right results out of something. Because if you are constantly going in that direction where your results are not coming, then you're focusing on the wrong thing. And that doesn't mean that you're a failure. It actually means that you're a success. Because the fact that you have awareness that something's not working and you're focusing on it, then you can focus on the right thing. And you can go in the right direction. So, the 80-20 rule. You want to only be doing 20% of what you have to do to get 80% results out of it, to keep you going forward, to keep you focused, to keep you on track. A great way to do this, guys, is visualization. Whatever your goal is, whatever your dream is, see it. Do you see it in your mind? Do you see the end result? Do you see what you look like? Print off a photo of it. Put it around you. I talk about this all the time where on my locked screen, I have one photo that has 4 pictures of what my goals and dreams are, what I am focusing on right now, the direction I am going in. I visually see it every single time I turn my phone on. Visualization, your affirmations that we talked about the first time, you're going to make your list, you're doing your affirmations, the 80-20 rule, and now you're visualizing. Now you're visualizing so you can stay focused on what it is that you're doing. So you're not just doing it once a month. You're focusing on it every single day, and that focus is so incredibly important. One tip I'm going to give all of you, because I can only say it because I've learned this one. Ditch the multitasking. It doesn't work, guys. It never works. It has been proven time and time again that when we multitask things, listen, there's a study out of the University of London that says that when we multitask with really brain-intensive things, we're doing multitasking things at work, in our life, whatever it is no different than walking around completely sleep deprived. Our IQ actually drops. Not just that, it's releasing cortisol, which is the hormone stress. It's the stress hormone. Who wants that? The moment we start that multitasking, cortisol starts. And now we're stressed because we're trying to do so many things at the same time. And now our IQ is dropping and we're walking around like we're sleep deprived people. And guess what? We're not focusing on anything. Ditch the multitasking, guys. If you want to stay focused on something, get rid of the multitasking. Last but not least, guys, listen. When you're focusing in on things and these accomplishments are happening, I also need you to realize that there needs to be times to stay focused, that sometimes you need to step back. I know for myself, I am under a lot of deadlines right now, which is phenomenal because these are goals and dreams that I put out there for myself. But what I need to do is I get so focused on what I'm doing that I can start to feel myself getting distracted very easily. And the moment that I start in that distracted, now I'm not focusing on what I need at all. But it's also an awareness when that happens that I know I need to step back. I need to step back. I need to take a break for a minute. I need to make a cup of tea. I need to sit in my backyard. I need to go for a walk. Whatever it is, I just need to walk away and take a moment. Self-care will always keep you on track with your focus. When you have self-care, and not only self-care, but also celebrating all of the accomplishments and amazing things that you do on a regular basis, you're gonna stay focused because you're excited about what you're doing, because you're taking care of yourself to stay on track. You are celebrating the uniqueness, the amazingness that is you and what it is that you're working towards. So think about it Thursday, guys. We're talking about focus. Are you focusing? Do you have a hard time with focusing? Listen, think about it today. Really think about what you're focusing on and what's important to you and put it into place. Figure out exactly what that is. Write it down. Make your affirmations. Set it. Implement the 80-20 rule. You want 80% results out of what you're focusing on. And if you're not getting 80%, figure out why. Step back, shift it, change your perspective, get some advice, talk to an expert. Sometimes we have to start over, and that's okay to keep us on our path and focused. And then, of course, visualization. Get it in place, guys. Visualize so you can focus on exactly what it is you want, and make sure that you step back for a little self-care. And my God, make sure you're celebrating. Okay, guys, think about it Thursday. Have a great day. Thank you so much. Hey, Jen, thank you. You have an awesome day as well. Angie, have an awesome day. Omid, all of the lovely, incredible human beings that joined me today, have an awesome day. Bye, guys.